So, getting ready to polyurethane these. Not polyurethane, polyacrylic. This is what I'm going to use right here. Clear gloss, polyacrylic protective finish. Yep, I think they're ready. So they're sitting up on cups. That when I do them, the stuff doesn't make them stick to the table. And now I'm going to do another pour, another bloom pour. Alright, so today we're going to do another bloom pour, but we're going to do it on a smaller tile this time. Because I just want to experiment with a little different color combination. That's always a good idea to do it on a smaller tile. So today I'm going to use green, this wonderful minty green, and I'm just going to, oops, got the cushion. Yep, we got to put down the cushion. And I'm not going to need so much because it's a small tile. Let's give it a spin. Very gold based, and I'm going to put it differently. I'm going to put it this way. Okay. Whew, that's a gorgeous yellow gold. Then we said we were going to do green. And I don't want the purple taking over this time. Well, that is a gorgeous green. And I'm going to do very little purple because it can take over, I think. And I'm going to just very carefully, you can do this with a stick. I'm pretty good at controlling it. Yep. And now we put the cell activator, which is going to be black. In a few places because it's a long pour. Okay. Not too much. That looks cool. And some white activator. Just a drop. They'll drop and a drop. A little too much than that one. Alright. I think. Yeah, okay. So now we're going to blow. So I've got to move the cardboard. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Ooh. I might leave this the way it is, meaning I might want some white negative space, or that soft dovey gray negative space. Oh, my cells went off here. All right, that's pretty. That's very pretty. Just making that. I did bring some nice little straws down with me today to help me blow things. A little more concentrated. Oh wow. So far I'm liking what I'm seeing. Wow, there's a nice lacing happening here. I'm staying away from the black center. Just blowing into this yellow. So this is going to be a coaster. It's not going to be framed like the other ones that are bigger. I'm just giving it time to do some of its magic. Wow. And And I haven't even spun it yet. Let this grow a little. I don't want to blow too much because so we're going to spin it, and it looks pretty nice so far. I think the green is finally showing, and the yellow is showing, the gold. Let's see if I could bring this in a little for you, so when we spin it, you'll see what happens. This is going to be coaster size, not. So it's about the other ones were 8 by 8. This is 5 by 5, I think. I don't think it's developing anything more. This is unfortunately probably going to go off the side. I wonder if I should put some more, yeah, I think I should. Put some more cell activator right here. Because it's kind of disappeared. The other stuff's going to go off the side. This is cell activator. This is what's supposed to make the lacing in the cells. Not too much. White inside of it. You could use it just by itself or a combination like this. Alright, let's worry about that on the drip. Okay, here we go. We'll blow again. Which way? I think this way. Oh yeah, that made the center much more interesting. Let it close up a little. And I'm going to use my straw again. Woo! Pretty. Now I'm not going to blow it aside because when I spin it, it's going to grow anyway. Little cell activator on the edge there. Doing some pretty stuff. Wow, I like what's happening here. I'm getting a little dizzy from blowing so much. Take a little break. I have to grow a little bit. Wow. All right. Let's see what happens. I think it's spinning time. It's closing up again. But let's see what happens when we spin, because that'll make it stretch too. I'm probably going to lose all my negative space. Here we go. Oh, it's growing. It's growing. Purple taking over again, but it's still pretty. There's all the green. Let's go the other way. That helped. It's definitely growing in the center. Woo! Growing in the center. I don't like this big white blob here. Okay, I'm going to try to get rid of this by blowing into it a little bit. This is getting a little muddy. Okay, pushing that blue in there. I want that to grow. It is. I'm going to make big white blobs again. Oh, that's good. So I'm trying to shape this while we're blowing. Okay, soften that blob. I still don't like that corner. That's better. Let's spin it. Kind of lost a lot of the green again. And the yellow, not much left of that either. Let's give it a spin. I think this is going to be a scraper. That's what's good about small ones. Let's just spin it away and see how much it grows and what that does. Give up on it. Let's just go the other way now. It's getting interesting. It's growing, which I kind of like what's happening around the edges. I still don't like this corner. Growing, which is great, but that's growing too. And I think it's going to definitely be a scraper. This is beautiful. Let me see if I can tilt some of that off. I don't know. I think a lot of the paint's off by now. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Oh boy, now it's definitely a scraper. Now it's definitely a scraper. You know something? Let me just do this since I'm probably going to scrape it anyway. Let's see what happens when I do that and twirl it. Okay. And darker color. Let's see. Get a lot of these starburst things. Well, that helped. It helped the blob. I think I'm going to still scrape this. Or I might just, some parts of it are so pretty. This Aurora colors that are coming up from that minty green, which is kind of a Aurora type of paint anyway. Let me try blowing the middle again. Okay. White. No, I think I'm either going to put what I did with the other one, put a new CA in the middle and blow. So some of this part is really beautiful, but this is a mess. Well, I think I'm going to scrape it and start over, and you can do that. Just go like that. And that's it. Just go like that. There you go. I think there's enough paint left on there. I probably don't have to put a cushion down. So I'm going to start all over. And this time, I'm going to put a lot more. I'm going to just do like a bullseye one. I'm going to put a lot of the yellow gold. I'm going to put quite a bit of the green. This time I'm keeping everything in the middle. Probably putting too much paint again for just more canvas. Just a tiny bit of the purple. And I think I'm going to put it around the edge. Not too much. Okay. Tiny purple for it there. I think I'm going to add just a little bit of salmon color. I think it needs a hot in there, a hot color. I have my paints ready, so let me just put a little of that in there. And I'm going to do it dribbles. Whoa, I like that already. I like it just the way it is. And sometimes you could just stretch them and just not blow. But since I'm trying to get cells and, ooh, that's really pretty. It's very abstract, but you know me, I like abstract. Let me just put it towards the middle a little bit. Ooh, wow, it's really cool. Be cool. It would be a very cool coaster. And I think I'm going to wreck it also. They call it wrecking it when you put a stick through it. Let's see, how should I wreck it? This way, and this way, and this way, and this way. Let that go off the edge. Woo! Boy, that's gorgeous. Just the way it is. Got a couple of nasty little bubbles in here. Got rid of them. Just poke them. All right, let's see what happens. Let's do this. You know something? I'm going to just spin it and see what happens first. I kind of really love it the way it is. It would be really a gorgeous coaster. Let's just spin it. See what the wrecking did. Ooh. Let's go the other way. Not too much purple. That's good. That's good. Oh, there's that green. Oh, I almost got rid of all the purple. It's just, there's one little corner. Did not cover. Why I don't know. You can't do that. I can see that. Have to do the green is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. No, I might just leave this one the way it is. It's very cool. Okay, so how do I fix that corner? I'm going to take a stick. Take a little of the purple and just drop it with a stick. Just cover up that mess I made. There you go. And then give it a gentle, just so it blends and some of that goes off the side. That might be enough. Yep, that's enough. Well, I am loving that green. There's something cool just now happening on the side there as I spun that. That corner over there got kind of messed up too, so I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of the gold. That's it. A little too gold. Let me see when I spin it what happens. Okay, I like what's happening there, so I'm going to just give this This is without the CA. This is without the cell activator. It made that grow, which I'm not too sure I like that. The green is still there, which is good. I'll go the other way. Okay, so now this purple's kind of come in a little bit on the side. This gold has gotten stronger. So I'm going to do that again. I'm not sure I like the purple in the middle. So I'm going to wreck it again. This could ruin it. Yes, it can ruin it. I'm going to wreck it again. I just want to change that a little. Let's see what happens when you spin it. It'll probably close that up, so let's see what it does. I just want to break up the solidity. That's pretty good. It broke up the solidity of the purple, which is what I wanted to do. And these are coming in like this more. That is really a very cool coaster. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put the CA. I just like it the way it is. So I'll take him for close-up. You saw all my experimenting. And take the gloves off so I don't get my camera full of paint. I really like that. I do. Probably could add a few more lines in there and almost make it look like a tree, but no, I really don't want to get it too complicated. Kind of like it just the way it is, and the colors are gorgeous. Okay, let me bring it in. I'm just not going to even take it off the stand. I'm going to just take it with the stand over there. I could edit out any shaking. Okay, well, we're okay. We're good. We're doing good. We're doing good. That's it. What do you think? Aren't those yummy colors? Oh, wow, that green. That minty metallic green. That's a metallic green. And it's still doing stuff. See what it's doing on the side here? Let me just tip this up a little bit. So I can get a little closer without dipping it in there. This right here. What it's doing along the side here. With that gold. Wow. Oh, look at the Aurora colors. So it's going to keep doing a little bit more developing. And I think this is a keeper. I'm not going to frame this. It's going to be pretty much a coaster. Okay, that's try out one. Let's keep going. Otherwise, in the end, you're going to have problems. We've got a new tile here. Same thing, cheap tile from Lowe's or Home Depot. It's just a tile. That's all it is, like you get in those kind of stores. And I'm really happy with the colors of the last one, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put the cushion on again. This is try number 2 today. That should be plenty. I'm not sure why it didn't spin out, just spin out last time. I think it thickened up a little overnight. But it's not too thick. So let's spin it out. Otherwise I'll have to spread it by hand, which you can do too. There we go. And it is, for some reason, going over that way a lot. Oh, it's got a big glob of something in there. Let's get that out. Yeah, this is working too. Just doing it this way works also. And I'm going to spin it anyhow. Just got to make sure the edges will, and the corners will be covered. And now the other one. Okay, and over here. So everything's got covered. Because this paint is dripping on the wheel, that's going to hold this down anyway, which is good. You don't want to go flying off like you saw it do last time. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. It's good. Let's see if the edges all are covered. Yeah, they are. I'm thinking of getting a new wheel because it's just not spinning like it used to, but it's not bad. Not bad, really. Okay. Let me wipe my hands off a little. And I'm going to start putting basically the same colors, because I'd like just to make a 2 coaster set with the same colors. See if that works. Not in control, as you know, very much. So I think I started with the gold. And the other one, actually the gold really just came through as a part of the other colors. Gold and the green was gorgeous. Green is gorgeous. Lilac green, I want a lot of that green to show. And then we put the purple around the edge. Around the edge. I drop this cup. Not too much, because it takes over. And I think I also added the, yes I did. Last minute I decided to add the salmon. So I'm going to add the salmon also. Sit on my way for a few minutes. Ooh, I love that. And I think that was kind of like this. Quite a bit of salmon. And we did not use a cell activator. We just stretched this. Stretched it. It's going over the side a little, so let me get it going back this way. As you can see, that stretches it like the other one. I don't think I spun it. I did wreck it, right, so I gotta wreck it. Wrecking it is when you pull a stick through it. And we wrecked it kind of this way. And I'm gonna wreck it this way. And I'm gonna wreck it this way. Woo! Okay, so don't think the purple's going to do too much. We did spin it at this point, didn't we? Yes. Yeah, I think we did. I think I remember. That's why I need a video, to see what I did. Especially when you do 3 or 4 of them, you're like, what did you do with that last one? Was that the one I did this on, or was that the last one I did that on? And this way the video just tells me. I love this. I love what's happening in here. I'm going to wreck that a little bit more, the edge. Kind of makes a, almost like a leaf type thing happening in here, see? Gives it this edge, this curvy edge, which is kind of cool. But a lot of that's going to go off the side anyway. There you go. You don't have to make it go all the way through. Come up that way. Okay. Okay. Oh, that is really pretty. All right, let's see what's going to happen. Okay. I'm going to wreck it this way. And that will close up. A little too thick. Let me use the tip. You could use a skewer. That would make it thinner. It's pretty. Okay. Let's see what happens when I spin it. Make sure my camera's going. I think it is. Yes, it is. Is that close enough? I can't touch the lens. My hands are dirty. Okay, I think it's close enough. Okay, here we go. We're going to spin. The colors are gorgeous. I hope I get a lot of that green. Wow, it's hardly moving. I definitely have to get a new wheel. I might have a new wheel underneath the other table. Oh yeah, that's growing. This is definitely going to be a set. Not quite as dramatic, because a lot of the purple went off the side. But if I keep this part, it even has some purple left. I think it's coming back. It's coming back, the purple, when you spin this way. So let's spin that way some more. Okay. Now it's hardly moving, so a lot of the paint that needed to go off went off, and it definitely will match the other piece. So this could be like a 2-coaster set. It's very nice. I'm not going to spin that any more than that. Happy with that. So why tamper with it? Now sometimes to pick these up is tricky, and you can use one of these knives to just get under it. There you go. Okay. I said, you cannot torch these paints to burst bubbles. You have to do it with a little skewer tip or something like that. Oh goodness, let me get it on the side. All right, let me come back a little bit this way. Don't want to drop it, and I don't want to tamper with the sides. I'm letting that purple grow a little bit up there. Oh yeah, pretty nice just the way it is, I think. Can you see that? I think you can see that. It's a beautiful piece. All right, that's number 2. And that could be a 2-piece coaster. You know, stuff like this. Just put it in the box, and it'll dry right on top of here in the box on a level area. So I'm going to use the same colors. I've got plenty of this made up. Good. That's about that's a nice consistency. The paint seems to be spreading out good too. So we're not going to do a, let's spin it. We're not going to do a blowing thing. We're going to just do a spinning thing, but we're not going to put a CA. We're not going to put a CA. Get off the edges. Away. Edges. Good. This time, yeah, I have to get a new wheel. This one is just not working well anymore. It's probably too gunked down with the paint at the bottom. Okay, I think all the corners are covered. Okay, same way. And the other one actually shows more gold. But that's okay, I like it. Put the gold again. Plenty of that gold. Same order. Put the green. Oh, I'm almost out of this. I'm gonna have to make up some more to finish the 4th one. Yeah, this is mica powder. And the orange, and I did very little purple, right? Yeah. This kind of takes over. Hope that's not too much. Move that a little bit towards, it sticks, towards the center. Yeah, because we are going to spin. And I do have some more of the salmon, which we did it kind of like a drizzle type of thing. Good. Now, none of them are going to come out exactly the same. But as long as the color scheme is the same, you can use it as a set. And I'll show you the other 2 after. Oh, we have to wreck it. Wreck it. Wreck it. That's cool. I like the wrecking. Wrecking, it really doesn't show up that much. But it does make those cool streak lines through it. And I think the purple one looks a bit like it's going to go off the side, just like the other one. So, okay, this is going off over here. Let's lift it up and put it more to the center. Okay, and we kind of do this anyway, don't we? Before we spin it. If I remember, we do kind of do this kind of thing a little bit. Alright. That's pretty, just like that. You have to get some of that paint off. It's too much paint on there. It'll won't dry properly if you won't get some of that paint off. Okay, let's spin. Ooh, I like what he's doing through the center there. Careful. These gloves. That's going to be the other way. Some of that purple back. Let me tilt it and get some of that purple back. Looks like a leaf going right through the center. It's really cool. Okay, let me get some of this purple back. So I'm going to just grab it. It's slippery. Oh, that green is fantastic. How do we get under this? I don't want you going that way, I want you going this way. I'm trying to get that purple to come back, and it is. It's enough paint on there that it is. I do want that purple back. Next one, I will try to put the purple more a little bit in the center too. Oh, I kind of like it like this. Just like that. Yes. Gorgeous. Okay. The heavy stuff off. Isn't that pretty? I don't know if you really get a sense of these. I think you can see it. Put the camera where I think it needs to be. That's number 3. No glowing on this one, just now I'm going to have to stop the camera because I have to go make up some more of the green and the salmon-y color. But when I stop the camera, I'll bring it in to show you what I'm making up the 2 colors. This beautiful green. It's Rolio. And it was called Persian green. Mica powder makes gorgeous color. But you gotta be careful not to let it go up your nose or in your eyes. So you make a paste first with some of this, which is polyacrylic gloss, okay? Then you add the glue all. I took a picture of the measurements here. That's where I keep them, where I'm going to mix. Because I forget all the time. So you add 1 tablespoon of glue all, 2 tablespoons of Floetrol, 1 tablespoon of the paint. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's for the CA. Forget that. Here, paint. For the paint, mica powder, polyacrylic first to thin it out and make a paste, and then you just keep adding. Then you add pour medium. And if it's too thick, you add more polyacrylic. If it's too thin, yeah. Okay, so pour medium is, I use Sheely pour medium, and I have it already made up. And you'll have to go to Sheely, Sheele, Sheely Art, or just put in Sheely Blooms in YouTube, and she'll give you the directions for making this stuff. It's too complicated for me to say it now. So, but we are going to make up I have mine already made up, and it's a good idea to have it already made up, so then when you make up new paint, you don't have to make the formula up every time. All right, so here we go. I have these little cups like they should get at the dollar store, with a little lid. Very easy to store. So first we're going to put in the green mica powder. And if you have breathing problems, or you're not in a very, very well ventilated room, wear a mask. This is what it looks like. You see it's pretty granular and it's pretty powdery, see? That can easily go in your nose or your eyes. So I'm going to take this size spoon, this size spoon, and just put a little of it. I hope you can see this. I think I got the camera set it right. Just about that much. in there, okay? You don't want to make big batches up at a time unless it's a color you really use a lot. And I'm going to take the salmon color, which is also Rolio, and it's scarlet, and open it carefully so it doesn't get thrown at me. Oh, isn't that a gorgeous color? Okay. Use a different spoon. You could also use sticks, but I like these little spoons I got on Amazon. So again, a little bit of that. Got that much. Just a nice little mound in that spoon. Put it in there. Maybe just a pinch more. That's all. Okay. You don't have to use a lot of this stuff. It really grows with the polyacrylic. Let me get the glue out of there. That was for the CA. We're going to use mica powder, polyacrylic to loosen it up, paste, make it into a paste, and calm down the powder. And then we're going to add the pouring medium, which is the Sheely, which is already made up. Okay. So we're going to add a little bit of this. You could use a stick or the spoons. And I'm going to just put just enough in there so I can make a nice little paste. Okay, that's probably enough. It calms down that powdery stuff from flaking all at you. Carefully stir it in. Don't do this fast. Just stir it in. Fold it in like a cake. Okay, fold it in. And as you can see, it's starting to get pasty. You want all of that granular stuff to get swallowed up by the liquid. So it's not going to come, that stuff's not going to come flying at your nose, or, like I said, if you want to wear a mask, that's a good idea if you have respiratory problems. There you go. Now it's a creamy thing now. It's not granular stuff, flaky stuff that could just fly at you. So you can keep stirring this for quite a while until you see all the granular stuff dissolve, because then when you add the formula, you're going to stir it some more too. You don't want this stuff having granular stuff showing in your painting. That's very nice. Okay, so put that down. Now I'm going to do it with the green one. Just enough to be able to make a paste and blend it in there. It's nice to have these squeeze bottles with your formulas in them, so you don't have to pick up big containers of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. Just make it into a nice little paste. Carefully mixing it in so it doesn't jump out of here from air blowing on it. Just get it under control with the polyacrylic till it becomes less and less a powder and more of a cream. There's that gorgeous color I love, this Persian green. Wow. So we're not done. Now we're going to add after I get this mixed in for a few moments, and it pretty much is dissolved. It's pretty much made a nice, you can go faster now that it's covered, the powder, dissolved I should say, creamed into the polyacrylic. Okay, so now I'm going to add the Sheely, which I do not have in a small container. I'm going to just open the lid It's a good idea probably to put this in a small container too. And add a little bit at a time, but I think I better give it a little stir. As you can see, it's pretty thick. It's pretty thick stuff. So when you look at her formula, make it according to her. And I have not perfected this. I have not got this down yet. I'm still experimenting with Kathy Miller's formula, Erica Hughes' formula, Jomo's formula. I mean, they all have their own formula. And, but this one seemed the easiest to put together. It works fairly well, but I don't think it's perfect. Probably I got my, yeah, see, it's pretty thick. Probably have got my, okay, so it says now you add the pouring medium into this. All right, I'm going to add a little bit at a time. If it's too thick, I just add a little bit more polyacrylic. Now the consistencies of these paints is very important. They should be all the same. All right. Let's see how that is. Oh, there's that green again. Isn't it gorgeous? Scrape the sides. Scrape the sides. And that's a lot of paint. That's plenty to do 2 or 3 more tiles easily, maybe more, depending on how much of this green I use. And I think I'm using too much paint each tile anyway. So I'm going to try to cut back on that. That's plenty. So let's see the consistency. It's a little thick. It's a little thick. Not too bad, but it's a little thick. So to thin it, I'm going to just add a little bit more polyacrylic, just a little bit at a time. Don't want to make it too thin, and blend that in again. So all of this paint mixing has to be done before you even start this stuff. That's just part of being an artist. That's it. I mean, you mix paint. That's all you do. You mix paint. Mix paint. Alrighty. That's beautiful color. And that also made it have a little bit more, oh yeah, a little more paint in here. I think it needs a tad more. I think it's still too thick. The Sheely part thickened it, and then so that's why I've had to thin it down again a little bit. And how thick or how thin is all, you know, look at our videos. The main thing is they're all consistent. Otherwise the thicker ones will roll over the thinner ones. And that's not a good thing. So that looks pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, probably a little thinner. So I'm going to do the other one the same way. And tomorrow I will come back and do some more pours. But this is, I just figured I had to make this up anyway. So I might as well show you this part. Although it's not complete, I didn't show you how to make the Sheely formula. But that you can do very easily. Go to YouTube, put in Sheely Blooms, and she will give you the whole formula right there. There's other ones that use her formula too. I think Jomo or something like that his name is. Now, Kathy Miller has her own. So there we go. There we go. That's a good, very good consistency now. I'm going to stop the camera because I'm going to do the exact same thing to this one, and you don't have to watch the whole thing again. So that's it for today, and see you tomorrow.